The withdrawal of the United States from the Paris Agreement in 2017. The withdrawal of the United States from the Paris Agreement in 2017 was a significant decision made by the Trump administration, which had a significant impact on the international community and efforts to combat climate change. The Paris Agreement is a global pact, signed in 2016 by nearly 200 countries, to combat climate change and limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. On June 1, 2017, President Trump announced that the United States would withdraw from the Paris Agreement, making it the only country in the world not to be a party to the agreement. Trump cited economic reasons for the withdrawal, stating that the agreement would result in a loss of jobs and economic growth, and that it would be unfair to American workers and businesses. He also argued that the agreement would have a negligible impact on global temperatures and that it would hurt the U.S. economy. The decision to withdraw from the Paris Agreement was met with widespread condemnation from both domestic and international leaders. Many argued that the withdrawal would harm the United States' reputation as a global leader, and would make it more difficult for the international community to achieve the goals of the agreement. Additionally, it would undermine the efforts of other countries to combat climate change, and it would harm the United States' ability to shape global climate policy in the future. The withdrawal from the Paris Agreement also had significant implications for domestic climate policy. The Trump administration rolled back several Obama-era policies aimed at reducing carbon emissions and promoting renewable energy, such as the Clean Power Plan and the Paris Agreement. This has led to concerns about the United States' ability to meet its commitments under the Paris Agreement, and it has raised questions about the future of domestic climate policy in the United States. The decision to withdraw from the Paris Agreement also had an impact on the private sector. Many companies, particularly in the renewable energy and technology sectors, expressed disappointment with the decision, and some companies pledged to continue to reduce their own carbon emissions in line with the goals of the Paris Agreement. Several states and cities also pledged to continue to implement policies to reduce emissions and promote renewable energy, regardless of the federal government's decision. The decision by the United States to withdraw from the Paris Agreement is a significant setback for global efforts to combat climate change. The Paris Agreement represents a global consensus on the need to take action to combat climate change, and it is a crucial tool for coordinating international efforts to reduce emissions and limit global warming. The withdrawal of the United States, one of the world's largest emitters, from the agreement weakens the ability of the international community to achieve the goals of the Paris Agreement, and it undermines the efforts of other countries to combat climate change.